Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be unboxing the MAD60HE, and this arrived yesterday and I've been looking forward to trying this so much. Now I bought this from AliExpress and I paid £37.01. This is only the 1K polling rate one, but if I'm honest I don't need an 8K polling rate keyboard, so that's why I went with this one, and it's got all the features I need anyway. Now a couple of weeks ago I watched a YouTuber mod this keyboard, and that YouTuber is called Migs. I will leave a link to his channel in the description, but he posts a lot of keyboard content, so massive shout out to him. But he gave me the inspiration to actually mod this keyboard. So for the mods we'll be doing, we will be using this Tofu 60 Redux case. We've also got the metal plate or bar that sits inside of the case. And we have got some Gateron magnetic jade switches, and I did buy some foam for the inside, which I know it will have some foam with it, but I don't know what the quality is like. But pretty much this mod is going to be very similar to Mig's video, except a different case and a different kind of look to the keyboard. But obviously he gave me the inspiration for this video, so massive shout out to him. Go check out his video and his channel. But first we're going to unbox the MAD60HE. So let me just move all this over a little bit. So this is what it looks like once you opened it. You got your cable in here, but we've got a cord cable, so we won't be using that anyway. A switch and a keycap puller, and then obviously a little tab that sits on the left hand side. Now what I will actually do, because I had trouble getting this, because long story short, I originally ordered it from one store and it said it would be shipped by Christmas. 4 days had passed and nothing had changed on the order update. I emailed them and, well, I contacted them on AliExpress and they said, oh sorry, due to high demand it's going to be delayed. And that happened with one store and then another store, and then I found this store, which I'll leave a link in the description. But the store I ordered it from, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it. It's like XIAOLIU3C store. Now, honestly, I ordered that on the 14th of December, and it said it was expected between the 23rd and the 28th. And here we are. It came on the 20th of December, so you know I'm pretty grateful that it came really fast. Now, this is what the keyboard looks like stock. It's quite lightweight, and the whole idea of this is that I've been using 75% keyboards for a little while, and some of them have had aluminium cases, and I really love the feel of a heavy keyboard and even just a good sounding keyboard. So the idea really was to put this in a really nice case, change out the switches and see if we can make it sound any better than it already does. And yeah, it does look a lot like the Wu-Ting. You have a little Mad Lions logo here as well. So like I said, this is a 1K polling rate one. It is the RGB one as well. But what I will do now is I will just do a quick sound test. And I will actually use my proper microphone for this, just so we can get the best sound quality from this and a kind of accurate sound test. So my first thoughts are that this keyboard actually does sound quite good stock. I expected it to sound a lot more cheap, kind of like a, I don't know, I know it's meant to be like a Wu-Ting clone, but when I had my Wu-Ting, I had a custom built one, so it already sounded quite good. But this I kind of expected it to sound quite cheap, like my SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini. but it actually sounds pretty good. So that's what it sounds like stock. And what we're doing now is we're going to mod this keyboard, and then at the end you also hear the sound test for the keyboard once we've modded it. Alright, so obviously I will just show you the case we've gone with. So I haven't actually used this case myself before, but obviously I have seen other YouTubers use it, like Migs, and it's a really nice case actually. It's quite heavy as well, and like I said, you have the option to buy the brass, I think it's a brass metal plate, which does like add quite a lot of weight to it. This is a plate here, and in terms of weight, this probably weighs about half of what this does, or at least that's what it feels like right now. Let's see if we can open it up. Right, so inside of the box we will get some standoffs, some screws and a screwdriver, which is handy. We do get a little bit of foam as well. Now, like I said, I have got my own foam, but if I could put 2 layers of foam in there, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll make it sound even better. Alright, this case actually feels really nice. So I'm pretty sure we'll just have to install one standoff here, because all of these have built-in standoffs around there. I'm pretty sure it's just this one here we need to put in, but it's quite heavy already, quite a bit heavier than that case, or this probably weighs about the same as this whole keyboard right now. Feels good quality. Ideal. And like I said, we do get this bit of foam as well, which I think would sit in like this. So that's going to help dampen some of the sound. But obviously we have got the plate to put in anyway, so which of the plate will go here. So let's just unbox that. So it does come with the included screws. So that plate is actually quite heavy. What I might actually quickly do is just get some scales so you guys know how heavy each of these things are. So I've got my trusty little scales here. I doubt you guys will be able to read it from over there, from the camera. I don't know why I said over there. But this case itself weighs 800 grams exactly. And the little brass plate that you can buy, or metal plate that you can buy separate, also weighs 280 grams. And with the plate and the case together, it weighs 1080 grams, so 1.08 kilograms. And if you're from America and you're watching this video, you'll have to do the translation to pounds or whatever. But yeah, it is quite heavy, which is exactly what we want. So I think first what we're going to do is we will just put these screws in to hold this bottom plate in. So it does come with 3 of these screws, which is good because you only need 2. So if you lose one but for any reason, it does have a spare. One thing to note as well, the screwdriver that comes with the case isn't actually large enough for the little screws for the brass plate. So that's the metal plate installed onto the case. So I'm actually just using that YouTuber I shouted out. I'm using his video to know exactly where the screws are. So there's one over here, I think there's one opposite side, and then there's more down here. So what we're going to do now is just take out all these 5 screws. So we will actually be swapping out the keycaps as well, but we haven't actually got them yet. And I'm too excited to not use this keyboard, so for the time being we're going to keep these keycaps on there, but at the end when we do the sound test it will have the new keycaps on there and everything like that. So that should be all the screws out. Just like that we can lift it straight off. So what I will do is just put all these little screws so there we go, we've got 5 screws there. And this original case does come with some foam in it as well anyway. So we probably won't need the foam that we bought extra. We could probably just have both of these on there. So the only thing we've got to really be careful of is if we're going to put 2 layers of foam, we've got to make sure that the USB Type-C port lines up okay. So I doubt we're going to use this foam. We're probably going to we're going to try and put in this one that we bought along with the one that came with the Tofu Redux case. But obviously we do need to make some little holes for it as well. Alright, so this is the foam we bought and we have kind of cut it out with all the standoffs and the edges. It's a little bit difficult trying to line it all up, but we've managed to do it. Now this is the thickest piece of foam out of all the ones we've got, including the one that was in the original case and the one that come with it. Now what I might try and do is put this very thin one that came, I believe this one came with the Redux case, so we're going to try and put that in there, but it doesn't actually completely, it sits perfectly on top of the standoffs, but it might bring it up a bit too high. It might give us some issues with plugging the USB Type-C in, so we will just see how that goes anyway. But if it comes to it, we'll just use that thicker piece of foam, as I think that would be plenty enough. So I think we're going to try and do 3 layers if possible. Alright, so all the switches are done now. And it's looking pretty good. So we're just going to place it all in the case. So one thing to note, the foam that I said I bought is 3mm. After looking online, it does say that I think it supports up to 4mm. I did try screwing one of the screws in with the extra piece of foam, but it didn't quite reach. So I think that 3mm of foam is going to be absolutely fine anyway. So let's get on and screw the PCB back to the case. Alright, so I do actually want to just give you guys a comparison to some other keyboards. This keyboard here is the DrunkDeer A75 Pro, which is a Hall effect keyboard, and this is what I was using prior to building this keyboard. And here we have a budget keyboard that a lot of people love. I have got different keycaps on it, but this is the Aula F75, which isn't a Hall effect keyboard, but it is a keyboard that does sound very good. So we're going to compare it to these two keyboards. Alright, so this is what the keyboard looks like now, and overall I'm really happy with it. Now, is this a good keyboard? 100%. But honestly, I think it sounds slightly better with the mods we've done. Not much better. If you're happy to just have the keyboard as it is, it's very fast. It sounds pretty good for the price as well. Overall, it's a great keyboard, and yeah, you don't need to be modding it. You don't need to spend any more money to make this keyboard good. You can just keep it how it is. But overall, I'm extremely happy with how the keyboard turned out. Now, it's actually really heavy. I've already weighed it now, and it's about 1.4 kilograms, which is perfect for me because I use this joystick when I play, and I was finding with other keyboards, because they were so light, it would wobble around. But now I'm never going to have any of them issues. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon.